how brands are controlling their own narratives. We're talking Béis, we're talking Gap, and then we're gonna get into Kim Kardashian's update energy. Okay, starting with Béis. So there was a lot of controversy when the Weekender bag first came out, how, the straps weren't thick enough, the shoe compartment wasn't good enough. So there was a bunch of different around the Weekender bag. So what she did with her team was an absolute masterclass in owning reviews, I thought. Shay sat down, she read the online reviews on her social for Béis, and then she created an entire campaign around how she was deconstructing all of these reviews that she got to create something even greater. The campaign was built in like an OR room. It had like that like doctor-esque feel where she sat down and did like a surgical procedure on her bags to make it better. But then the thing that came out of that was then they created this pop-up moment. So they took negative feedback, they reconstructed it and created it into a marketing campaign. And then they did a pop-up around it where they went to New York. They invited all of the creators that had negative feedback to the bags in the first place, had this entire activation where they were throwing out the old Weekender bags into this compartment where people could see it and film it, and it created an entire social media buzz around it. And then what they did is everyone that had those negative feedbacks that was a part of that creator group all got the new Weekender bags, which is so smart anyways because they're gonna do some giveaways when they created this new version. But how they brought everything together in this 360 moment felt iconic, and I've never seen it been done before in that nature. So great job, Shay Mitchell and the Béis team. Next, we're talking Gap. They have been doing great marketing after great marketing. Hailey Bieber, Victoria Beckham, how they, are just switching their scene of like how they're showing up to their market. So what they did now is eligible Gap employees can now be a part of their creator affiliate program, which is so smart, I think, because you want your employees that are working at stores or working at factories or behind the scenes to really love the products that they're producing. But now they can make commission off of those products that they know and love and are talking about and wearing naturally. So it's such an authentic connection to I think where things are headed. Example for me is we go to bakeries, me and my fiance go to bakeries all the time. And so when we go into a bakery, we ask, the employees or what they do of which item here should we try? What should we really do? And they tell us the process behind it and why we should choose it. And this is the best one. And so this is a very similar thing, but on a larger scale that Gap is doing for their employees. And I think they're leading the charge in what brands are going to do next for employees. And now we're going to talk Kim Kardashian. And again, she's also had an epic summer, I think, between her Skims campaign with Will Ferrell and how she's just breaking the internet. She really knows how to control the narrative. She really knows how to bring entertainment to life and create a social media movement. So no matter what people say about Kim Kardashian, I think what she can do to build viewership is incredible. So she just came out with this new campaign around her energy drink update. She knows exactly what people say about her, right? This campaign leans into that narrative and it leans into that lens. And it's all around how she failed the bar. It's like this mock press conference talking about all the tabloid speculations around her, from her iconic quoting of women in the workplace of women you better get your in work, and then leading into different things about what people say to her about what's fake about her, and it just everything that she talks about also goes back to the energy drink that she's promoting here. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize she had an energy drink. I'm not a big energy drink person, so I'm not really in that space. But now that she created this whole campaign and launch around it, I was like, whoa. But the line in this campaign that is taking off is she understands what people are saying about her with the bar. So she tried to pass the California bar, which is one of the hardest law tests to pass in, probably the entire United States. But she tried and tried and tried. So I definitely respect that. But this campaign ends with, I didn't pass the bar, I raised it. So she's so self-aware of everything that people are talking about her. She's controlling the narrative, taking it back. And this ad was just iconic in its nature. And how these three things are really coming together for me is Béis reading comments, building an entire campaign launch around it, controlling their narrative. Gap already knows that their employees are their best user-generated content. Give them the camera. And Kim K, she took her narrative back.